Now, back to Friday Night Football.
Welcome back. It's the second half of Friday Night Football, and we are now in the second half
of the high school football season here in Michiana.
That goes for schools in both Michigan, which we'll get to in a second, and Indiana, but we'll stay in the Hoosier State for now.
Starting in the Hoosier North Conference, an undefeated matchup. LaVille taking on Knox. Both teams enter 5-0. Starting in the first, Knox tries to run the ball. Play is blown up by Brandon Netrohr.
That's just good defense right there.
Getting through the line. Knox near the goal line, trying to punch it in, but the ball fumbled. You got to hold on to the ball in the red zone, son. Recovered by LaVille. They're going to keep him out of the end zone. And it's LaVille getting the win over Knox tonight. Excuse me, other way around. Knox getting the win over LaVille, 21-13. Surprises all around in Indiana, folks.
It's been a long Friday, I understand.
Finishing up the Hoosier North Conference tonight, Triton getting a win over Pioneer on the road, 27-16. And Winnemac taking care of business over Culver at home, 45-14. The final there.
Looking at some other scores here in Indiana. Tippecanoe Valley and Jimtown doing battle. The Vikings getting the better of the Jimmies, 35-14 there. And North Judson with a big win over South Central. They put up 56 en route to a 30-point victory.
One more list of scores from non-conference action. Kankakee Valley getting the win at home over Culver Academy, 17-14. And North White knocking off Caston. Caston still looking for their first win on the year, 14-6, the final there. Well, it was a crazy night in Indiana, like I said, and the Michigan's lineup tonight, including a big Southwest Michigan rivalry. Well, they were setting themselves up for some drama as well.
It's always a good time north of the border, and if you weren't able to make it to any of those games tonight, that's what we're here for. So let's head out to Niles Brandywine, where they're looking to defend Memorial Field against the visiting Buchanan Bucks. Bobcat fans out in full force for this one, and they need the support. They entered the half scoreless, but third quarter they power one up the gut for their first score of the night. Fullback plows through the line for 6 points, and a 2-point conversion makes this 14-8 Buchanan's lead. They'd work the ball right back down the field, though, to respond. Here's a quick pass out left. Almost gets broken for a huge gain, but Brandywine's able to rally to the ball over there on the sideline. Later in that drive, though, Buchanan able to flex their muscle once again on an inside run of their own, putting up an additional 6 points, making this a 2-possession game late. Bobcats would score again, but can't complete the comeback. They fall by a final score of 20-14.
Taking a look at some scores elsewhere in Michigan, Constantine getting the win at home over Watervliet, 35-0, and Edwardsburg winning their third straight game, a tough one over Otsego, 35-34. Some more scores. Cassopolis getting the win on the road against Decatur, 26-18, and Niles, they are going to keep rolling. They got a sneaky good team. The Vikings do. 61-21 the final score over Sturgis.
A lot of fun football in the Mitten this weekend. Staying up north, it's a party in Dowagiac as the Chieftains host the Benton Harbor Tigers for their homecoming game. Starting off in this one, looking at a lively crowd to root on their squad in what turned out to be a heck of a game. Home team down 12 early, but they're not phased. QB rolls out left and finds his running back, last name Moore, and he ends up with more yards than he probably should have, making guys miss, breaking tackles, and just sprinting by a few more on his way to a 52-yard tutty. That's the Chieftains' first score of the game. How about the response from Benton Harbor, though? They march it down in the second quarter, up 12-7, and find a man wide open in the end zone to increase their lead once again. Failed 2-point conversion, though, so it's now 18-7. Just before the half, Dowagiac refusing to go away. They cap off a clutch drive with a strong run up the gut for a touchdown. 5-point game in Benton Harbor's favor at halftime. But the home team flips the script and comes away with the win late. Dowagiac gets a win on homecoming, 27-26.
Finishing up with some scores, Cassopolis getting the win over Decatur, 26-18. Portage Central getting the win over St. Joseph, 35-18. You know, these shows always go fast every time we do them, but they go even faster when it's your last one.
Understandably so.
Yeah, tonight's my last night as sports director here at WNDU, and I don't have anything written. I don't have anything prepared. I wasn't really sure what I was going to say because I know that thank you isn't enough. The outcry of support that I've gotten on social media and people coming up to me, whether it's at a game or out on campus, it's been overwhelming. And I've been blessed with all the nice words. So thank you. I know thank you isn't enough, but thank you to all the viewers, to all my coworkers who welcomed me in almost 2 years ago. Drew, it's been a pleasure. We had a tough task of starting a sports department together, but I think we did a pretty darn good job, and I'm proud of what we were able to do together.
If I do say so myself, you've done a heck of a job. Sad to see you go, but excited for your next steps, Matt. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it.
We'll be right back with one last check of the weather after this break, but first, your lottery numbers.